fuck it, we'll do it live. Alright, and unfortunately...
Hello, Internet! Welcome to an unusually timed stream. So, for a while now, probably since the end of our last Three Houses run, we streamed making this tier list. Since we did that, I have been nagging Alex to be like, hey, we have a tier list. You know what would be cool to do with that? A draft. But schedules are schedules, and we didn't want to get in the way of the Baldur's playthrough, because that is generally better streaming content for the channel. However, we've found the time, and I'm going to be deleting Baldur's Gate after the next stream temporarily.
To make room for...
so that I can play through the Elden Ring DLC, to have enough space.
Yes.
Yeah, to make space on my console, so that I can play Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, and get my ass handed to me. So, while that's going on, we might be going back to Fire Emblem for a bit, and so the draft is on the table.
Yes.
Now, one of the interesting things about playing co-op runs for Fire Emblem is the only chapters that have the same length are Blue Lions and Golden Deer.
Yes.
So I was telling Alex before the stream that one of the most interesting pieces of the draft is, when do you draft Claude?
Yes.
Because whoever drafts Claude has a major advantage on going Golden Deer. Like, even if the other person said, well, I'll just play Golden Deer without House Leader because Blue Lions is that hard, having Claude is such an advantage.
He is nice.
But if you commit to going Blue Lions, you know that whoever drafts Claude is not going to draft Dimitri. So that's a lot of tempo, because you can save that for later in the draft. So I said, this is going to be a very interesting decision point of, when do you draft Claude? And I said, well, Alex, you'll have the first pick. And he said, my first pick will be Claude.
Yes. No thought. Immediate, it's Claude.
Which, you know, we've had guest star Joe Zazalia on the stream, and I think this is only fair.
And also, to clarify, I'm not that big. He simply looked at the stream. He wasn't actually participating in the stream. He did a raid. I don't. Let's be honest with the 0 viewers here. Although I might upload this to YouTube. So.
Sorry, guest appearance, not guest star. Yes. One day you'll work. The other interesting thing about the draft format is, because I had to figure out, hey, how many points should we have to draft with? Back when we made the tier list, I looked at it for a lot longer than Alex did, and over the years I've picked up a lot of game knowledge on Three Houses. So to make this a bit more fair, not only are we letting Alex have first draft, I'm not gonna look at the drafting table.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to try and, from what I remember of where we've ranked things, just have it all in my head. Just keep track of points. And if I forget to draft a house leader until I've already finished the draft, that's just what I've done to myself.
Yes. Wait, is that not how it works?
So there's the off-stream context for the chat. You want to go ahead and put Claude down as your first pick?
Yeah, so let's jump over here. Sorry, I was fiddling around with some other things. Okay. So, there we go. Alright, so let's see if it goes over.
Is there any advice you want from me before we get into it?
So let me see, where's his points? And I'm just gonna highlight, I know it's confusing because I'm Golden Deer, since I picked Claude, But, I think no, I should keep it understandable. So I'm gonna highlight in like a, oh, nope, I wanted the box, not
A
the
yellow
text.
or green.
What?
A yellow or green for Golden Deer.
Yeah, so yellow means I pick them, so I don't have to just keep going back and forth. I can go back there later to look at it. Okay. So I got this one, and that, oh no, because I want to look at the cost too, so I do have to go back and forth. That's fine.
Study.
No, it's all good. Oh no, here, I can just do this. So I just have to go back and forth between math. Okay. So now it's your pick?
All right, my first draft is gonna be the dancer.
Oh, right. We also have to draft classes. Oh, wait. You have it color-coded. All right, never mind. Let's stick to the code. That's why you have it that color. Okay, that's fine. And then so class. Yep, there's dancer. And yeah, we didn't do a tier list for no, we didn't do a tier list for the classes. But you know, I don't think we'd really disagree on a lot of these, so it's fine.
We did a tier list for the classes. There should be.
We
the
did?
points go 5-1.
Interesting. Let me check that. I guess maybe I just didn't save it or something, because the only one that I have is our characters.
I mean, it's a Google sheet. So.
Well, I mean, regardless. So we have it. I just don't remember if we streamed it or not. Even if we did stream it, I don't know if it'd be available.
It was all on the stream. It should be on the same page as the class tier list. Just scroll down.
Well, anyway. Oh no, I mean it's on here. I was just wondering. I didn't know if it was on Twitch or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Regardless. Let's see. So I get the next. And that's what that costs. Oh, so with that in mind, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Wyrem Lord.
Interesting. So that is a good pick. Keep in mind, because there are fewer classes, master classes are going to be tight because it's going to be difficult to give a unit an advanced class and a master class. Wyvern Lord is still good enough that it's worth it.
Yes. No, I would not do that with, like, Bremery or other things.
Interesting. Well, I will take Warmonk.
Yeah. After picking Wyrem Lord, I realized I left that wide open for you, but...
Literally, the only reason I'm taking Warmonk is to deny it from you.
Yeah. That was a lifesaver for me last time.
I remember the last trash talk.
God, where I just made everyone Warmonks, and it was a great time. It was such a pain getting there. But the second we all got to Warmonks, we were War Pigs, and it was great. Okay. Well, and you have Dimitri, so putting Dimitri on Warmonk's a way to make it worth it.
Absolutely.
Although you also took dance. You took the 2 AVO classes.
What? No.
I didn't really do the math on that one, huh? Alright. Nah, that's fine.
I would never.
Alright, cool. No, this is fine. Because... just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I'm gonna grab Leone.
Fuck, that was literally my next pick.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta be safe. I gotta grab Leone.
All right, then I'm taking Hilda.
Yeah. And then, I should put your points in.
Yeah, that would, because you're gonna need to track when I go down because I won't see it.
And so you just took Hilda. That's okay. Got it. Alright, my move. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I have to do a quick little search real quick.
Oh, I'm gonna have no hope of keeping track of your points.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping track of my points is gonna be hard enough.
Let me just double check this. Okay, that's what I need. Yeah, never mind then. Okay. I have to think. Oh yeah, and let me acknowledge that you took Hilda. You know what I could do? It would be funny. I don't think I should, but it would be funny. All right, no, let's not do that. Let's think strategically here. And I strategically am choosing to take Sylvain.
Alrighty. I'll take Felix.
Yeah, I was between those two.
Yep. I like, in my mind, I like Felix first because he's cheaper, I think.
He is cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have this right. We're gonna find out when Alex says, "Hey, you can't do that. You're out of points."
Yeah. All right. So I need to think here. All right. This is gonna feel a little bit weird. No, this isn't weird at all. I'm gonna grab where to go. Oh, shoot! I just realized something. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab. Oh, you know what I need to grab actually? Where'd it go? Oh, is it not? Oh, we only did it for advanced classes. Advanced and higher.
Yes.
Okay, that does make sense. I just needed to register that in my head, because I was like, I need to make sure you don't get the attack thing, but anyone can go into that. Okay.
Anyone could take Brigand.
Yeah.
There is an argument because we have, if my memory serves, we have like exactly 29 classes. So like if we both have full teams of 15, one of us is going to be one short. So we could add like a Pegasus Knight or the base Bishop, but I think it's not worth the effort.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot those two are up there, huh? Because you already took that. That's an interesting point. Let's do... although that's going to be a pain in the ass to set up. Oh boy. Alright, I got a lot of things I need to think about here. Because what I need to do...
Take your time. The more you think, the harder it is for me to keep track of everything.
Okay. So we're still waiting for me. I was about to pick a thing, and then it wasn't available. Now we're here. I'm going to grab... Now, this is going to feel weird. I'm going to grab Bishop.
Fuck. So that actually is my next draft pick. You had the same line that I did. That's really concerning that we're still on the same wavelength. I thought that one would have. That's really bad for me that you caught that. I was really betting that you catch that, but we've played enough Trash Lock to recognize how much the healers are important.
Yes. Yes, we fucking have.
We've played enough Trash Lock to catch that. Oh, that's really bad for me that you caught that. I have to take Trickster then.
Yep. Alright. And now I'm in a weird spot where it's like... No, I'm gonna stick to my original. I'm going to grab Happy.
Interesting. Okay.
And then also, too, I just did 2 picks without doing the math. So, oh, no, I did the math on that one. I just need to do the math for yours. 3... okay. Okay. Alright, now it's your pick.
Yeah. I need to debate whether the question for me right now is, do I secure the safe pick or do I play to fight you? Because I think I know your next couple picks, but do I need to secure my line more now because I lost Bishop?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take a net now.
Okay. Oh shoot! I didn't realize we had to draft for this. Holy shit! A lot of stuff was about to go down the drain if I didn't catch this. Holy hell. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and draft female Byleth.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Good call.
I almost missed that. That could have gone really bad. Given that I'm trying to pick up Sylvain.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, who did you just pick up before then?
I picked up a net.
Alright, let me go back to the net. Oh, sure. I mean, she gets a decent axe.
I think it's gonna make sense to you on my next pick, which it's my turn again.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Lorenz?
That's right.
Damn. Alright. Yeah, he was next on my list. Okay.
Yep.
Which is fine.
If you hadn't jump scared yourself, you would have gotten Lorenz.
Yeah.
Because I'm not focused on violence.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I couldn't afford not getting, that would have been a huge pain. Especially given that I have, what's the point of having access to Wyrem Lord if I'm not able to go Pegasus?
Well, I thought Wyvern Lord for itself. So in my plan, because in most versions of the draft, you trap me in Blue Lions. So I thought with Wyvern Lord, you get Lance C, so you can get Leone that way. And I believe Sylvain is also a Lance requirement. So I assumed that's what you were doing. But you got Leone before me.
Yeah. Oh, which is crazy because, I'm gonna go for my next pick, because I have next pick, correct?
Yes, because I just got Lorenz. And you'll be able to see it on the sheet if you're entering things in.
Yeah. And so really quick, though, because I want to see how... because this will change things. How, again, are we still doing same trash lock rules, where it's like, if I go to a teacher, you pick what I learn and stuff like that?
No, unless you want to.
No, that's fine. We don't have to do that. That just changes some things that I'm about to do. Okay. So then in this case, we're gonna go ahead... looking what we have here, and knowing what gets available to us. So, yeah, and we get access to what's it called? The DLC.
It's gonna have to be more
materials.
specific.
I know, I do. The DLC items.
Yes, we
Okay.
can argue about limiting the
Chalice?
not the chalice.
Oh, okay.
We could argue about limiting the chalice and the stat boosters too. We could also argue about limiting the renown shop.
I do think we should limit the... I think limiting the renown is a good idea. I think that's fair. But I mean, I already picked some flyers in the female Byleth, so you know I gotta go Falcon Knight with the...
Well, that or you could be aiming for Dark Flyer.
True. Because my Byleth does get decent strength or magic, but
if nothing else, unlimited Abyss Seals for those you need to get into Abyss Seal classes. That's just the nature of the draft. But we can talk about limiting other stuff as you want.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? You make an interesting point. Because, like, if you don't have the renown for it... Because I don't think in our tier list we accounted for availability of seals.
Yeah, well, you would just... theoretically, it should be impossible because there are only 4 Abyss classes. So you could always just recruit all 4 wolves and not use them. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. So then, either way, I mean, screw it. I'm just taking Falcon Knight. That's just...
Okay, so you take Falcon. I need to try and remember what I've drafted already.
Well, because you're not looking at the sheet. Okay, because I was about to say, like,
yeah,
if you're
because
looking at
I
the
don't
sheet,
get
you
to
can...
look.
Yeah.
Because I don't get to look at the sheet to make this fair and balanced.
Yes.
So I can't. I'm legitimately struggling to figure out how many points I'm at.
That's hilarious. Just for those at home and myself, how many points do you think you're at?
Okay, well, I'm trying to remember how many rounds we've done. Because I think I have...
So, this is your 8th pick.
Okay, if this is my 8th pick, that doesn't help me. Who do I have? Because I need to go over who I have. Because I have Hilda, I have Felix. I have Dancer. Dancer's the one that threw me off. I couldn't remember picking up Dancer. I have Dancer, I have Mortal Savant, and I have Trickster. So, okay. So that means I have about 5 5s. I know Hilda is higher than a 5, but I don't remember how much. So that's 25. If I'm on draft 8, I have 2 more. So I picked up Lorenz and something. And Annette. I think Annette's also a 5. So I'm somewhere around 30, 33, 34. That's what I think I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed I say that. Fingers crossed I'm close, Jen.
So wait, I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, are we still doing rules, though, where if they're proficient, they can't train in it? Or is this just pure draft, and that's the only twist we're doing?
I think it's just pure draft, unless you want it to be locked.
No, that's okay. That just is going to influence some of my decision-making going forward.
Because we didn't tier them based off trash lock viability. We tiered them based off of, like, units.
Oh, see, I couldn't remember how we tiered them. Okay. No, and that's fine. I just need to look something up. You continue with your decision-making process while I go...
This is why one of the things I remember is we end up under-tiering Edelgard because I've never run Edelgard just with her Sacred
Their
weapon.
regular build. Yes, that's true. I think we did under tier Edelgard.
Turns out, if you ever use her the way she's supposed to be used, she goes nutty.
Oh
I've
yeah.
just never used her correctly. Um. Okay. Okay. So I just need to keep in my head that I'm about at 33, and if I do that, I should be fine.
Dexterity.
I'm
Okay.
I'm taking Seth.
Interesting choice. Where'd Seta thrown off to? Oh, there he is. Alright. Alright. And I'll put in the point accordingly. So given that it's just kind of a regular run, with the exception of draft, I might just try to do, this might be a series where I record it and then just post recordings. So we'll
Absolutely.
see.
I was thinking we might only stream, if we stream any of it, we might only stream problem chapters.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. So we could, like, off-stream, like, discuss, alright, which ones do we want to stream while we're both playing, kind of thing. That's fair. And we can discuss logistics later. So it's my pick. So I have some things to keep in mind. Okay. So it's been a minute since I've played people as intended.
Yeah, you don't say, eh?
Yeah. Although I also feel like Sylvain might be a slight bit over tiered now that I think about it. But that's okay.
Correct would be to bias myself, so
What?
nothing.
Okay. So what do I do then? Oh, that's how I do this. Okay. God, that's funny. All right, let's. Okay. Wait a minute. Now that I know that I can play as intended. This is gonna. Things are about to get a little spicy. Things are about to get a little juicy fruit up in here. Because I definitely picked up Bishop for the sake of like doing the Happy Bishop as well, because Happy at least can use light magic.
Yep.
But if I just get access to that, that changes a couple things. I think. No, because I think we've thought about it before, and this actually isn't as good as we think.
You think?
Yeah. I'm looking at a thing here, and I recall it not being as good as we thought it was. Okay, well with this in mind, it's still gonna be a little funky fresh, because I think what we do here is I'm looking at the board. Let's look at some stuff. And I think... Let me look at the characters I have. Alright, so those are who I have for characters. Okay. So with that in mind, what I want to grab... Yeah, I think that's the move. That's the move. The only thing I'm gonna grab Petra.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just realized that Sniper is still on the board, so that's mine now.
Damn it. Well, that's... Yeah, that's fair. So real quick, by the way, where it says Great Lord, does that mean, like, their specific class related to that?
Yeah, so that's I believe we've tried to rank. No, Great Lord is specifically Dimitri. Barbosa is a tier above it.
Ah, fuck. I mean, understandably so. Um, I mean, do you really grab Barbosa just to keep me off it? Alright, where are you though? Let me highlight your previous pick. What'd you just grab again?
Sniper.
The sniper, yeah. Well, you just grabbed sniper, which is... Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm grabbing Barbosa. I see what you're doing here, you sneaky little shit.
I don't know what you mean.
You listen here, you little... I see when you... I can see what's happening here.
Alright, now that you've locked in Barbosa, I do want to admit Barbosa is nowhere on my plans. I do not have enough floating points to take Barbosa from you.
Yeah, but you did
I
grab Sniper, so you could have kept me out of all of my good archer classes for a while.
Holy shit, could I?
Yeah.
I didn't even... I can't see the class list.
Yeah.
Although that does bring up an interesting class and whether or not I want to take it. Because there is still an archer class that's been on my radar for a bit. But I think... Because you took Sylvain.
I did.
Oh, fuck, I got memeing and I lost track of my points. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. So I don't have access to that, and I don't have access to that.
So, fun fact, if I want to put something in my, if I put something in the chat, even though it's me, because it's not Steam Labs, it still gets confused, so it gives me my chat rules.
Nice!
Which is interesting. One of the chat rules is don't be mad if I ignore advice. Cut to me being extremely mad at myself for not seeing stuff. So yeah, don't be mad at me for missing your chat. I'll do it for you. So sorry, continue your thought process.
Yeah, I'm actually really torn on what to take next. Because... Yeah, I really don't know what to take here.
It makes me log into Twitch? For my own... Nah. No, we ain't playing that game. Alright, you keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna do some... I'm gonna make slip over here real quick. I'll have like a slight delay, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think I've hinted it too much. I'm taking Assassin.
Damn it, yeah. Okay, I mean, that makes my next decision a lot easier. Oh, yay, now chat's a little bit closer. I just... Yeah, hold that right up there. Alright. And, yes, well, let me send it here. Yes, cool. Alright, and then it doesn't show up there, but that's fine. Okay. Huh. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Irrelevant. I have what I want. So, you just grabbed the thing I was looking at, which was Assassin, so let's get rid of that. I was definitely debating between that one and another one. So I'm just gonna pick the one I was debating between. I'm grabbing Wyram Rider.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's not bad.
Because I was between the two of those.
Oh, fuck. Hold on a second. I've just done some math.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, I have to take Dark Flyer or you've locked me out of flight entirely.
Damn it! I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
They're taking base Wyvern Rider.
Yeah. And Barbosa, and Falcon Knight, and Wyram Nord. I was trying to be a little quiet about it. I was sneaking around. I was like, oh, let's just casually grab this flyer. As I'm like, ooh, look at all the flyers I have. This might turn into an oops all flyer run.
Not all of them.
God dang it. Damn it. And that was the class. So are you sticking with that one?
Yes.
Okay. That was the class where I was debating it, but I was like, I could have sworn I remember every time Tim tries to play it, it ends up not working out for him.
So funny story. I have mixed feelings about Darkflower, mostly because its magic growth doesn't exist. However, what convinced me to do Darkflower is when we were trash locking Black Eagles, we got to a battle where you're fighting Claude. And I was able to Darkflyer Anna, the worst unit in the game, and take out one of the reinforcement spawns, so that I was able to do the map 3 times while you did it once.
Yes.
And that kind of convinced me, because I have Darkflyer Thrisis, because I already have Lorenz, Darkflyer is actually, like, very applicable.
True. So here's the question. If I don't pick up Flame, do I not get that staff? Yes. Alright, we're getting Flame.
Fuck! I actually wanted Flame in this draft. She has some things going for her.
Fair. I mean, I have Bishop too, so Flame on Bishop, sure.
Oh, you'll have Bishop Fortify.
Yeah.
And she has some points with Raphael and Ignatz, your favorite.
Yeah, no, the 2 people that you're gonna have to put a burning stake to my head to get me to recruit willingly.
At this point, if I've done it correctly, hold on, let me just make sure that I've done this correctly. Yes, at this point, Ignatz is the only remaining unit who can help your reunion battle.
Oh, yeah, this reunion battle is about to be a little bit annoying, isn't it? That, I mean, I don't intend to use Ignatz, but, like, yeah.
Speaking of which, I think I'll take Mercedes.
Yeah. That's a very valid. One can very much argue that she got under-tiered. So let's go ahead and give that. Although, you know, it's crazy. You picked her up.
I don't think you ever draft her, but it's important for me to secure her.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, her on Darkflyer is just going to go real hard for you, given that, you know, I'm picking Warlock.
Oh.
Good luck putting a woman in Dark Bishop. In this economy? In 2024, we're still... Well, actually, when did this game come out? Whenever this game came out, we were still gender-locking classes, so...
Oh, who the fuck do I have? This is gonna get real tricky. I might not have enough classes.
Oh, yeah, huh? I kind of do have a lot of class... Wow, yeah, I'm kind of going at it for those, aren't I? That's nutty.
Yeah, definitely. I remember making a note to myself that said, hey, don't forget to draft classes, and I think I forgot to draft classes.
No, you have a couple. I think we're... I think you have a couple.
Hey, go on, keep telling me about what I have. Tell me more. Um, I'll take Great Night.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a good one. Wait. Great Night?
Yeah.
Alright.
You're like, that's a good one, and then you remembered what it is, and it's not.
Yeah, no, I almost corrected you on that one. Speaking of which, Fortress Knight.
Paladin.
Fair enough. Let me put in those two real quick. Is this just gonna be us just spamming classes for a hot minute?
Here's the problem. Classes are a lot harder to remember, so it might not be.
Let's see. Well, so you left a thing on here that you left it off because you don't like it, but I personally am a bit of a fan.
Okay, I think I know what you're referring to.
So, I think I'm gonna go for, oh wait, what if I want to do that line? It's fine. Who do I even have?
Wow, must be nice to be able to look at a list when you try to remember that.
It is. Yeah, so this is a weird take, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna take Valkyrie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No. And I mean, I have Happy, so it's like, I have the Valkyrie. Alright, to you.
Oh man, I'm really losing track of my points here.
Yeah? Oh.
I want...
Silly me. Oh, I started getting concerned. Can you have more than two, like, is each unit restricted to a class? Meaning, like, I have Falcon Knight. Could I have 2 units as Falcon Knight or no?
No.
Okay. So I was right to be concerned where I was concerned. Okay.
Yes. You have a Falcon Knight.
Yes. But I
because
also have
otherwise,
a Wyvern Lord.
Yes. Otherwise, we would just have everyone be Wyvern Lord.
No, you're right. And I've been making my strategies according to that thought process. I just needed to double check some things. I believe it is your pick, though, by the way.
It's definitely my pick. I just am desperately clinging to any hope of points I have.
Yeah, we are kind of at the point where if you're not looking at a list, it is kind of hard to keep track of who has what, because there's not much left.
Yeah. I can tell the chat right now. I think I'm at 63. I could be at 58 or 68. If I'm a draft ahead or a draft behind. Because I've been pretty consistently taking 5s, I think. Because I don't know what I want here, now might be a good time for me to pick up male Byleth.
Interesting.
Just so that I know I have them.
Oh, because like if I picked him up, he would just be sitting around doing nothing.
I would have a hard time.
Yeah, I considered it, but at the same time, it's like that's 7 points.
7 points is a lot of points to drop on just messing with the other player.
Yeah. Well, and also if you think of it this way too, it's still me losing out because it's like because I know you have to pick it eventually, because it's like you said with the whole momentum of me not going
Claude.
for Dimitri and like because I went for Claude kind of thing. So it's like I know since I picked female Byleth, at some point you have to pick male Byleth, and when you do,
and I think
now,
we're far enough down in the draft that I think it's safe for me to give up tempo here.
Yeah. Whereas for me, I am a-okay with picking back up on some tempo because I can look at the board and know that I want Swordmaster.
Yes, that's what I assumed you were sitting on.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize I was sitting on it until I realized like, oh right, you took Assassin because of my archery stuff, but that also screws over my some other things. But we got that, so we're good. Oh, I'm about to go a funky fresh route in a minute, too. This will be funny.
Yeah. My big debate here, I took male Byleth. I'm not sure if I want to lock myself into Blue Lions.
I'm sorry, what?
I think I have enough pieces that I could do Golden Deer without Claude.
Wait, hold on. How do we establish who's what? Is there a draft pick for that? I thought picking the person was also secure that.
Oh, we can definitely leave it that way.
Yeah.
Then absolutely, I'm locked in Blue Lions because that's the way we thought it would.
Yeah, that was part of my like confident immediate pick Claude.
Then let me pick up Dimitri here.
Okay. Because yeah, like you said, you're at a point where you can lose a little bit of.
I can lose tempo, and that guarantees that if I'm miscounting my points, I still have both of them at the end of the draft.
Yes. So for me, I'm gonna go War Master.
Okay. That makes things easier for me. I'll take the Grappler.
Which, fun fact, I actually didn't intend on grabbing that.
Yeah. Because I have male Byleth and Dimitri.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's nice for you having Grappler is because you can also go into... You have access to the War Monk.
Yes. I could double stack. I don't think I need to, but I definitely could. I think Grappler's good enough on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Fierce Iron Fist, this is one of the things I found out last Trash Lock. Fierce Iron Fist goes nutty.
Fair. Let's see.
3 attacks on a character with strength. Whew.
Speaking of characters with strength, you know I gotta grab the Bothus.
Okay.
I gotta grab my boy.
All secured to do.
You know, that's true. He is a person who is important for you.
If nothing else, for his battalion.
You know, fair. Where is to do? There he is. Oh my god.
He's cheap.
Yeah, I was about to say. Alright. This is fine. Well. Now let's do some thought process here. We have let's just step back. Do we have a thing for everyone? So you have this. You have this. Oh, I did like a a thing just for people to go into it? Can people? So it just two people can't sit on the same class? Is that it, or is if someone goes into it, no one else can go into that class?
If someone goes into it, it's locked.
Okay, interesting. So it doesn't change things too much for me, but it certainly does change things for me. This is gonna be crazy. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. You put little notes I can read.
Yep. You have all of the notes I have from when I was balancing things. So, I do not have those.
Yeah, interesting.
Because Lord knows I do not remember.
Yeah, so looking at it now, I don't know how big of a deal female Byleth is, since Enlighten 1 is technically something we can pick up.
Yep.
Huh. Although, here's an interesting direction I can go in. Because I picked you up, not realizing I could do this. So with that in mind, I could then go... You go into... Huh. Because I could just have you go to here, and then you go to here, and then you go to... No. I like that. Well, because actually you could go there.
Man, it must be nice being able to lay out your units in classes and just be like, who's gonna have exactly which class?
Yeah. So it's like, alright, so let's see. So if you do this, and then you do that, because then you can do this, which is gonna happen. So actually, weirdly enough, I am picking Enlighten 1.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That simplifies things for me, because I was really torn on whether or not I wanted or not.
Yeah, I was too for a minute.
I'm gonna, now that I know that you have access to my notes, I'm gonna take Hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I remember, the only thing of my notes, I remember Hanneman. I remember there's a note about Hanneman and, like, Dark Knight, but I remember the one that matters is Balthus Hero is a good combo if you're on Golden Deer.
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about, and that's what I was between. And I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go Warrior.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you might also make note, I have access to, speaking of your notes, something for me to consider with your notes mentioned is if Petra goes
So funny
Warrior.
story, I don't remember my notes, and
right.
I can't look at... So if Petra Warrior's a combo, and you just said Warrior, so I'm locking you in on Warrior?
Yes.
Sure, but I definitely did not remember that.
That's funny. And then
I just remember Balthus Hero is the one that stood out for me, because I know you love Balthus.
Yes, well, and also, too, Hero gets Defiant Strength.
Yes.
And that's like
that's
the big wombo combo that you can do with it.
Yeah. Alright, but where am I now?
Seeing a lot of characters available. A lot of us just kind of said fuck them to the characters, huh? I love how you and I both have two characters that we're not a fan of, and they're right next to each other, and I don't think either of us are gonna pick them until we're real low on cash.
You don't say. Who on earth could you be?
And it's great because both of them are the last reunion battle characters we have left.
Yep. Okay.
And both of us are just like, do I really have to pick that person?
Yeah. No. Exactly. That's where we're at.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Like, I'll take Gilbert because he's free. So, like, if you took him from me, you'd lose no points taking him from me.
Oh,
But
I
only
guess, but
you
it's
brought him.
Gilbert. Alright, and then, so if we're both gonna just take picks that we're not, like, gonna lose sleep over, speaking of sleep,
So,
yeah?
oh, are you, okay, no, finish your thought and then I'll say it.
Yeah, speaking of sleep, for no other reason other than paralogue, I'm gonna grab Linhardt.
I might undo the Gilbert decision because I need to check a ruling with you.
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
The only reason I would pick Gilbert is for reunion battle.
Yeah.
Gilbert is a 4 knight in reunion battle. Can I use him for...
Yeah, well, so here's the thing, right, though, is even if you don't end up getting Great Lord, you're still forced into Great Lord. And what, you're just gonna not use Dimitri, even though you have Dimitri picked as a character? I think when you're locked into the class, you just gotta use it. Like, it's not your fault. The game locked you in. And it's just after the fact, you have to switch out of it.
Okay, thank you. In that case, Gilbert is theoretically worth drafting.
Gotcha, okay.
I'm still not sure if it's worth it.
No, he isn't, because he gets bodied by everyone on that map.
Absolutely.
Because he's an armored unit who doesn't have that much defense. Comparative to, like, his defense can't match assassin strength. You know, the guys who focus on speed instead of strength. He can't match them. So,
you took Linhardt, just so that I'm keeping up?
Yeah, I just took Linhardt. He's cheap, and since I have Leone, it gives me access to the Brave Bow. It's actually a free Brave Bow.
I have to consider paralogs?
Yeah.
Oh, what even are the paralogs in this game?
It's great because there's actually a good battalion that I might grab if it's cheap enough. Unfortunately, it's not like as cheap as I want it to be though, so it's like,
Oh, you have Happy and Balthus.
Yes. So that's another paralogue, yes.
Oh, and you have War Master.
Yes.
That pick makes sense now.
Yes.
You have Vahamush. Okay. Well, Lord knows I'm not picking Yuri.
You've been scarred. God.
I have his class too, and I'm just like,
wait,
no.
You actually you have his thing, and it even says, or just use Windswipe on Yuri. God, that's funny.
Like, I could theoretically use Yuri, but I don't know how many points Yuri is.
That is also true. Because I also played a role in the tier listing, so what you think is the point value might not be the point value.
Because clearly he's at least a 4. His speed is just too high. If you find a way to damage fix him, I haven't found a way to damage fix him, but theoretically there is a way.
Mm-hmm. You technically could.
I'm taking Cyril if I haven't already taken Cyril.
Cyril is available.
Cool. Then by the nature of you telling me that he is available, I have to take him. Because otherwise I'd have unfair information.
What? No, because I'd have to, if you pick him, and I can go, wrong, not available, and then you have to pick a different person.
Exactly. But knowing what's on the board versus knowing what's in my list is a bit different. I guess we could say that I lose a tempo if I ever pick something I already have.
I think
and that way I'm not
unfair.
picking things. Here's the thing. Otherwise, I'm getting unfair information. I mean, you can trust me to just
Yeah.
we don't need to have that rule if you just trust me not to do anything maliciously. Like,
Yeah.
you know that I know I have Hilda, so if I say Hilda again,
Right.
then I'm doing something maliciously.
I don't think you're.
okay.
No. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say who has it or not. I can just say it's taken.
Cool. Anyway,
I didn't say who had Cyril. I just said Cyril's available. Well, because no one had it. But if someone had Cyril, I just would have said Cyril is taken.
Yeah, and that's gonna get tricky because you have fucking Leone and Sylvain.
Those two are taken.
Yes, exactly. You have them, which is what makes it hard because I have the other half of both of those pairs.
Well, so the question then lies. So wait, are you, with that in mind, are you confirming Cyril or are you just?
Yes.
Okay, so you are.
Yeah,
okay.
Take Cyril.
Because you didn't have to if you didn't want to. I'm totally fine with simply having info if taken or not.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
And and also too, like, who am I to? I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Theoretically, he's a good unit.
Yeah, no, it's weird. So my thing is the reason I was hesitant to take Cyril. For you, he could actually be good. But you took the units he could be good with, so I didn't have a reason to take him. Yeah.
Because I think he has more supports on. I might have his supports on Golden Deer.
Oh, in terms of support? No, I was just saying in terms of classes.
Oh, yep, because I have all of the bow classes.
Yeah. There's only one that you don't have, and it's not good.
I forgot I have all of the bow classes. Yeah. You have Barbosa. Credit where credit is due.
Yes, you don't have Barbosa. And there's one that I'm looking at, and it's like specifically something that helps. Oh, okay. Interesting. So let me take a look at the classes that are available. Okay. Okay. What I might do, this is an interesting play. I'm gonna pick up Shamir.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what class made you think that was worth it. Because keeping track of the classes is so much harder than keeping track of the units.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of what classes are on the table. Because you took Warlock.
Correct. Warlock is taken. I will not say whether or not I took it.
It's not what I thought I would be going for, but you know what's still on the table?
Huh.
I know Grem is still on the table. It's just a question of, do I want to dip the points for it?
Grem may or may not be on the table.
Okay. If I try to take it, then you'll tell me whether or not it's actually... Yeah, but since I'm contemplating, thank you. But I think Grem is still on the table and could be worth the points. Cause that's the last half caster. I was like, I could swear there's another half. Fucking Mortal Savant. That's the other half caster that's left.
1.2.
I mean, it is 1 point.
Literally makes the unit worse.
The question I need to ask myself is Mortal Savant better than an advanced class?
I don't know if it is. I gotta keep it honest with you, Chief. I know we're, like, against each other on this, but, like... I think there's a reason it's D tier.
I think with my draft, I need cheap classes right now.
Yeah,
I'm
fair.
taking Savant.
Alright. There's... Oh. Again, wrong. There we go.
Because I think if I have the amount of points that I have spent correct in my head, then I think I need to start going for cheaper things.
Speaking of going for cheaper things, I'm taking Bow Knight.
Fuck, that was still on the table?
It was still on the table.
Oh no!
And guess who picked Shamir, baby?
Fuck me! I thought I locked you out of bow classes.
You locked me out of my sniper. But I was like, wait a minute. She starts almost a Bow Knight. Just make her a Bow Knight. She won't be as good, but she's still decent.
No, Bow Knight is definitely a good pick, and I just completely forgot because I can't see the sheet. I definitely would have done that before fucking Savant.
Yep.
If I remembered that it was on the table.
Yep, I was keeping that
so
nice
bad.
and quiet. I was like, come on. Just do
You
it.
saw me going over the master classes, too. I was like, Graham, Savant. Fuck, if I had just put a little more energy. Well, now I'm thinking about what classes are still on the table. 'Cause that's a bad one to just lose to negligence. I could have taken that 3 picks ago, at least.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm about to do some... Oh, this is about to be stinky. I'm not about to feel good about what I'm about to do.
Oh god. Oh no. What possibly can you do to hurt me more than make me realize I forgot Bow Knight?
Don't worry about it, Chief. Don't worry about it, Chief. We're about to find out.
Done. Why the fuck did I pick Savant? God, that's gonna haunt me.
It's such a good class.
You hush that.
I like that my underwear, because it's a little bit stretched, but also because it's briefs, it actually goes beyond my shorts when I sit down. I like to think of it as a design choice. Yeah.
I can't figure out what other classes I'm missing. This is so bad. I legitimately can't figure it out. Because I know.
There's not many left.
Yeah, I know of like 5 classes that are still on the table. I just don't know if I want any of them.
That's valid.
Like, the classes that are still on the table are technically options. And I think that I need some because I think I have more units than classes.
I think both of us will have that.
I'm not sure.
I think just the nature of the game might have that set.
Yeah. But, like, taking Savant was obviously a bad choice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it only cost me a point, so...
Well, what it did cost you is it cost you momentum that you'd already been spending willy-nilly.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of momentum, but I can't think of any snipes you have on me that I care about. Because I've gotten all of the things that I care about, except for a couple things that I'm fairly certain that you don't care about. There are still a couple good units on board, but generally I'm not going to want to take them. Because they either cost too much points or are out of my way for my strategy. Like there's a good unit on board right now. You took Swordmaster. Here's the thing, I kind of want to just keep giving you tempo, but I want to not just keep giving you tempo. This is where I'm torn. It's like, I kind of just want to take the things I want, but I think that gives you too much tempo. I'm gonna take a Holy Knight.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I think ignoring the classes at this point in the game gives you too much tempo.
Alright. Well, time for me to take my shot. Bishop. Dark Bishop, specifically.
Yeah, okay. I went back and forth on Dark Bishop. I'll take Dark Knight instead.
Alright.
It's one more point, and you have to wait longer to get it, but I think the payoff is better. Even acknowledging that it's a half caster compared to Dark Bishop's full caster.
So anyway, this is my time where I'm about to pull a little weird one on you. I'm gonna grab Ignatz.
You're actually doing it? My bad!
Because now that Poison is online, I can turn him into a chip caster.
Hey, funny story. The poison comes from the intermediate class.
No, I know,
don't need
but
Dark
he gets poison, but then I can, if he's already committed that much to a caster, I can just have him as a male caster, and Dark Bishop is, like, male casters in general aren't the greatest, but nor is Ignatz. So, it's Ignatz.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, if it gets you to draft Ignatz, I'm all for it.
No.
So that's both of the knights, and you took Dark Bishop, which is the other one that I remembered being on the board. Okay. I have. Oh, I've really done some things, eh? Cause... Okay. If I'm doing what I think I'm doing, I should take Hanneman here.
Okay.
Because I think the classes I have are very magic biased.
Is this you trying, is this you asking if Hanneman is available?
I know Hanneman's available. When the fuck would either of us draft Hanneman?
I don't know. Look, I just pick Ignatz, so you never know.
Yeah, then this is true. Like, we are at the point where we're taking some out there picks.
Yeah, we're kind of reaching at this point.
Yeah, and anyway, I'm taking Hanneman because I think my draft is magic biased.
Gotcha. Watch this shit. If nothing else, I lose a slight bit of momentum, but you've been giving a lot of momentum lately. I can afford to lose a little bit, and this actually prevents you from getting a pretty helpful item. I'm getting Caspar.
Fuck, I actually was going to pick Caspar next. I just didn't think you would take him. But when you started talking about giving me momentum, I'm like, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's taking Caspar from me. I really thought I had Caspar in the bag. Fuck. That was really bad for me to sit on him.
Yeah?
God, that sucks. I did it to myself too. That's just bad play. That's the second really. That's the third bad play I've made this draft. If Caspar's off the table, and I'm where I think I am, I might have the points for this. Well, first, I'll take grab.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if I have the points for shenanigans.
Alright. Alright, so now I have to take a good look at this. And I have to ask myself... No, because you aren't even necessarily going to go into this class. Yeah, we're kind of at a weird point.
Yeah?
So hold on, even in advanced classes, you can't go into it, right?
I don't know what you mean.
Or not advanced, sorry. Like the basic class. So like if one person goes into cleric, you can't have another person can't touch cleric. Is that how we're doing this?
For advanced and intermediate, it's all fair game.
Oh, okay. That I know that would have changed one of my decisions a while back, but
sorry, not advanced and intermediate. Beginner and intermediate.
Yeah.
Obviously, advanced. Drafted.
Okay, that might have slightly changed one of my decisions a while back, but that's okay.
Hey, you know, I'll happy to let you undo that decision if I get Caspar.
Yeah, no. I can't even remember what the decision was. I just remember there being a decision I made where I was like, well, they can't both go on this. But with that in mind, that could have been a thing. Oh, it would have changed, actually, it would have changed nothing, because the character is still available. Shit.
You want to pick that character?
I'm thinking about it, because I actually don't know if I benefit from grabbing this character, weirdly enough. Huh. Because, like, honestly, even if they just sit on that class... Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? This is gonna sound weird. Let me count my characters real quick. Okay. With that in mind, I'm grabbing Ingrid.
Interesting. Yeah, you have some ways to take advantage of her.
And that's one less person for your reunion battle.
I don't care. Ingrid, Sylvain, and Felix all spawn in the back.
Ah, fair. I suppose that's why Marianne's right there. But yeah. She has a tasty lance. She gets a good battalion. I've been forgetting my battalions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so funny story. If I have the points and she's still on the board, I don't think Lysithea has been taken.
She has not.
Yeah, I'm taking her if I have the points to do so. My draft is magic biased.
Alright. So you have her. And then... let's see. I'll grab Aloise.
Okay, yeah, that would have been my next one too. Marianne, then.
Alright. And I'm picking nothing. I'm out of points.
You're out of points?
Mm-hmm.
Actually?
Yeah.
Do I still have points? Don't tell me how many, but do I still have them?
Yeah, you have points.
That's right, because you took wolves, and the wolves you took are expensive.
Yes.
So you got the points first. Interesting. Fuck, if only I knew what was on the board, I could farm. Oh, I could absolutely farm the bottom ranks for good units. Okay. I have that. I have that. You have Shamir and Eloise. I think we've taken all of the classes, except for Great Lord. Great Lord is still on the board. But especially since I don't have Caspar, then my brawling is a lot more free than I thought it was. And I have other lance classes, and I think Great Lord is just bad, right?
Yeah. It's the most of the like Lord specific classes are. Do you want me to tell you the tier, or will that tell you the points?
No, because I know Great Lord is worth 3.
Do you know that?
I mean, not for certain, but I'm fairly certain Great Lord is a 3. It could be cheaper, but I'm fairly certain it's a 3.
Okay.
The question isn't how many points Great Lord is. The question is how many points do I have left to draft with?
Also a valid point.
So I'm trying to think of what are the 1 point and the 2 point units. Because Marianne, I think, was a 2. I'm trying to figure out who are the shittiest units in the game, is essentially what I'm asking myself. I already took Dedu. And you took Caspar. And those are our shitty boys. Wiggums is still on the board. Wiggums is probably worth a singular point.
Are you picking Wiggums?
Absolutely not, but the fact that he's there. You took Flame, and I think that's one of Wiggum's big supports if you go Blue Lions, is you take Wiggums and Flame. I know he does support Dimitri, so theoretically I could take Wiggums for the memes. But, so Wiggums is on my list of options. Oh, you can't draft anymore. You're out of points. So I can just tell you what's going through my head right now.
Sure.
Don't tell me anything about these units, like where they are, how many points they are. You can tell me if we've already drafted them. But the units I'm looking at right now, Wiggums, Catherine, Manuela's probably really cheap. I'd be surprised if Anna is more than a singular point. But I think I'd take... Manuela's probably higher than... Oh, Manuela's probably overcosted because Manuela gets bolting. Which... This is not a bad board for bolting. Because my draft is magic biased. One of the ways I could use to try and tell how many points I have left to draft with is I could try and draft Catherine, because I don't think drafting Catherine would go through, and that would give me information. But if drafting Catherine goes through, that's probably all of my remaining points. However, if drafting Catherine goes through and I use all of my remaining points on Catherine, that could still be worth it. I have both of the AVO classes. Going out of my way for Freddy is almost certainly a misplay, but he is my boy. If I have both AVO classes available to me, So I have Freddy on the table, I have Catherine on the table, I have Constance potentially on the table if I have a lot more points than I think I have, and I have Wiggums is always on the table. So I think I go for one of the big units and see if I'm locked out of getting them and see what that tells me about my points. Because in terms of sword classes for Catherine, I have classes I could put Catherine in, because I could put her in Assassin, I could put her in Trickster, I could put her in Savant. Catherine has enough stats to make up for my misplay of picking Savant. The question is, do I pick Catherine or Freddy? Because I love Freddy. He's my favorite unit in the game. He has... That would give me access to the Lysithea Paralog. What the fuck even is the reward for the Lysithea Paralog? Nobody's ever done the Lysithea Paralog.
So, it's actually more of Freddy's Paralog that Lysithea tags along in.
Absolutely. This isn't information about the draft, this is just game knowledge. Do you know what the reward for Lysithea's Paralog is?
Yes, it's a, it's Sero Shield, I believe. Or not Sero Shield, but it's the shield that it's a silver item. So it's like technically anyone can equip it, but if the person who has that crest equips it, it heals them more.
Interesting.
And the crest is the one that both Sedith and Ferdinand have.
Really? Sedith has the same crest?
Mm-hmm.
I have Sedith. Fuck, I'll take Freddy.
Yeah. Damn. And that's the draft.
That's all of my points?
Yep. I was praying you would accidentally pick, because you're like, oh, I'll just scout it out by picking up Catherine. That would have left you with 1 point. And I was like, if you miss Freddy here, that'll be the misplay of the century.
I don't think it is, because I could get Catherine and Wiggums.
Yeah,
and I think
but...
Catherine's a good unit and could make up for the Mortal Savant plunder, and I just like building teams with support chains. Catherine has a lot of support chains on my team, so I think I like Catherine more for my team,
but Freddy's so
my boy.
Good. And having access to Warmonk and Dancer with Freddy on board, either one of those, he becomes amazing. Be it sword,
Freddy has a lot of ways
melee.
to become amazing. I might not play Evo Freddy for the first time.
Interesting. Huh.
Because I have both Lance classes. I specifically went out of my way to pick up both Swift Strike classes. I have both options for Lance Fair, because Wyvern Lord doesn't actually get Lance Fair.
No, it does not.
This is why you sort of squinted at me when I said I'm taking Great Knight. I want
Yeah, but it does have the Lance, the Swift Lance one.
Okay, I had some misplays, but finding Freddy at the end does make my life better.
Yeah, no, Alright. That was a huge save. I was like, oh, come on, just pick Catherine. It'll be so funny. You'll have 1 point left.
You know that point would have to be on Wiggums.
Yeah. And what's hilarious is you didn't pick Ash.
Oh, no, that was deliberate.
Yeah, he's just gonna get bodied during Reunion Battle, as is his right.
I don't know if Gilbert is surviving Reunion Battle.
Yeah, kind of funny, but he was a free pick anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And Great Lord, no Great Lord, you don't get... I mean, you're locked into it Reunion Battle, so you have to deal with it then, but then you gotta pull off.
I don't get Fortress Knight. That was actually a good pick for you to take.
Yeah, no, Fortress Knight, I knew... Well, especially, too, where'd he go? Dedue. And removing War Master and Fortress Knight from Dedue, it's just what... I guess he's an okay paladin. I don't know what you're going to do with him.
Sorry, one of the things our draft did not consider is the combat art Vengeance. Dedue gets Vengeance. It's Vengeance apparently really good.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And I think you get that from Hero, right? And you got Hero?
No, Vengeance it's a personal combat art that only 3 units get.
Oh.
It's only Dew, Bernie, and somebody else. I think it's Cyril is the third vengeance user.
Oh.
And apparently it goes nutty.
Yeah. Well,
Because it adds just the entirety of your missing hit points. And apparently something you can do is if you have a defensive adjutant, they will always block the last damage to 1, which guarantees you are set up for vengeance.
yeah.
Can you quick take a screenshot of my draft and send it to me so I can react to what I actually have on stream?
Are you not able to pull up the?
I could just pull it up.
Are we?
Is taking a screenshot hard because of your tech things?
Well, yes, and it's because I have 2 screens going on, so it screenshots the whole damn thing. And so I'd have to then send you, like, I'd have to try to chop it up a bit so you can see it. Just pull it up. You're at your computer,
Okay.
I assume. Or here, if
No, I've got it. Don't
okay, I
worry.
was about to say, if you're on your phone instead of your computer, I can just, like, snap a picture on my phone of the screen. I can just, like,
Yeah, because I can pull it up on my phone without needing to change anything.
yeah, there you go.
Did you only put the points?
Yeah, because here.
Oh, it's highlighted in the tier list.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I'm not gonna know who I have off of this.
Yeah, no. It's highlighted in the tier list.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why, like, it's wild that, I mean, mind you, neither of us are playing Edelgard, so it's fine. But it is, like you said, it is the miss tier of the century, putting Edelgard down below S.
So, I have Byleth Male, I have Dimitri. Okay, I knew that. Lysithia's a 6?
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason I had more points. A lot of this is me going, I thought Lysithia's a 6. I thought she was a 7.
I think it's because she's squishy, is why she's a little bit lower. Like, a stray breeze will break her neck, but, like, as long as she doesn't get touched, you're good.
Freddy's a 5. That's interesting.
Yeah, you getting Hilda hurt a lot.
Oh, I knew that had to be. My first pick was going to be Leone, and then I needed to go to classes, and then I needed to go to Hilda, I think was how I needed to do it. But you first picked Claude, which meant I would always have to reach for Leone. And Dancer is just so valuable because any unit, no matter how shit the unit is, they can be a Dancer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that explains why I was so far off of points. I thought Felix and Sedith were both 5s. I thought Annette and Mercedes were both 4s. I thought Cyril was a 5.
Yeah, no, Cyril's 3, because look, man, I would have had Cyril as at least a 4, but I remember in our tier list, you really did not like Cyril being above B, because you're like, you have to work with him to make him good, and I'm like, I guess, but, like, he's been good for me, but, because I think the argument was for him, is the main way to make him good is to set him as a Wyrm Lord, but the thing is everyone's good as a Wyrm Lord.
Yeah, well, has point blank volley and vengeance. So, like, you're definitely correct. He should be higher. But past me did future be assault.
Yeah, yes. But you also didn't take Bow Knight. You don't have Wyrm Lord, nor do you have Bow Knight. That's why I locked in Bow Knight and Shamir once you picked Cyril, because I'm like, let's get rid of his last good class and then his last, and one of his supports.
Here's the thing. I don't care about losing Shamir. The reason I picked Cyril is I knew I had Assassin open. And Cyril's really good on Assassin.
Is good. He's pretty good with Assassin.
That's actually why I picked Cyril, because I'm like, well, I need somebody to be my Assassin.
Do you not have... I
have plenty of options for my Assassin, let's be real.
Yeah, I was about to say, you have Felix. He's a good Assassin. Because the speed makes up for the fact that he's holding the shield, natural defense growth. and let's see. You got.
Honestly, half the time I don't even think it's worth it to give him the shield.
It is a nice shield though.
Yes, because it's such a nice shield, you want to put it on your tank.
True.
Man, remember when I was like, I need to remember what units are left, and I started by saying, what about Manuela? Well, you're staring at Freddy on the board?
Yeah, and I was like, please, do it, take her!
I think I said this during the draft. I thought Ash was 3 points.
Yes.
He's only 1 point?
Yes.
Like, I'm glad I didn't take him just knowing how tight things were.
And you thought Manuel was 2 points, and I was like, do it. But then you did correct yourself. She's like, oh, well, she might be higher because of bolting. I'm like, fuck. Shit. Oh.
Man, this draft must have been so much funnier from your perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how was things on your perspective now that I can see what the consequences of my actions?
I mean, huge win when you grab Moral Savant instead of, the Bow Knight. That was huge. Like, yes! What else?
I just forgot Bow Knight existed.
Yep.
I completely forgot it existed.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Bow Knight, I was like, huh? And then I'm trying to think, what was some big pains? It caught me off guard with like it shouldn't have, but the grabbing of Lorenz. Especially because, like, Lorenz, I was like, oh, you know what? That staff is nice. So then immediately having...
Really, my priority in the early game is all of the units that are first phase reunion battle. And it doesn't sound like you ever caught on that was what I was doing.
No. I did. It was just that didn't matter to me. Like, mind you grabbing Hilda just sucked in general. Wasn't a fan. But I wanted to secure the flyers because if we can just fly our ass into a corner and then
with that's why you were so insistent on securing female Byleth.
Yes.
Because you can double fly a reunion.
Yeah.
I thought the Knights costed 3. That's another place where I definitely thought I was spending more money.
Oh, for the which one? Oh yeah, the Holy
Dark
Knight.
Knight, Holy Knight.
Yeah. Well, Holy Knight especially, because it's just... I mean, both of them are mixed attackers, so it's like... Oh, but you know what? Interesting, you have Hanneman and Dark Knight.
Yeah, I have the Wombo. I have exactly 15 units.
Yeah.
I did so much better than I thought I would. Especially losing Caspar, because that's the big reason I was grumbling over Caspar. Because let's be real, his paralog sucks ass.
Yeah, it sucks, but if you get it though, it's a nice item.
I don't care. It sucks so much. But I thought I would need Caspar just for the unit size. And also because I have the Brawlers, I can actually recruit Caspar fairly efficiently.
Right. Whereas for me, I'm probably just going to have to friendship Caspar, let's be honest.
You can't, because you can't B-support Caspar.
You can't B-support Caspar?
No, he's like Freddy.
Well, we'll see. That'll be an interesting consequence for me to deal with. Well, that's true, though, because I've decided for female Byleth, initially I was thinking, because again, I didn't realize we could do... I was still stuck in Trash Lock ruling. So I was like, oh, well, Trash Lock. Byleth is putting female Byleth on Falcon Knight. You just win the Trash Lock.
But you actually have Enlightened One.
But I actually can just give people the Falcon... Like, I can just be Enlightened One. Yeah, so I'm just going to be Enlightened One. But that still means then Leone gets access to either... Falcon Knight or Wyram Lord, whichever one I decide to go down. Which is...
Or Bow Knight.
I know who's going in Bow Knight.
Shamir?
Yeah, Shamir's going in Bow Knight.
Hey, power to you, man.
Because, like, sure, point blank volley is good for Leone and Cyril, but Shamir just starts revved and ready to go into Bow Knight. And you took... If you hadn't taken Sniper, I'd consider just letting Shamir sit on Sniper, but because Shamir is not allowed to stay in Sniper, I have to change her out of it. So
That was probably the biggest mistake of the draft on your end, is I got to...
Oh, yeah, letting you get Sniper. Oh, you cut out. Tim?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it may have cut out for a second. That was probably the biggest mistake of your draft, is when I got to mid-game and realized Sniper was still on the board.
Yeah, and I'd forgotten that I needed to grab that. Well, because I was so focused on, like, okay, cool, so, like, we're doing this, and this, and I totally forgot how big Sniper is, and I'm like, oh, shit. Because I think at that point, because you had just been eating up all the characters, so I was like, wait a minute, what characters are left? Hold on.
And seeing how many of the characters got drafted, I understand your panic a lot more. Because to me, I just thought there were more characters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't feel like we would use up so many of the roster during the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking at how I was drafting early game, yeah, I imagine that board was looking pretty orange pretty quick.
Yeah, which is why I was like, okay, and it didn't help either because my initial grabs, right? Claude 7, female Byleth 7, Sylvain 6, because all those were grabs that were, you know, in thinking I was going to be doing Trash Lock, but still good grabs in general. But
oh yeah,
because of those grabs, I started off with because yeah, I started 7, 5, 5, 6. So I started right out of the bat going pretty expensive. So like, I started running low on money quick, and then also didn't help too because I was like, okay, let's try to like ensure the flying class. And then once I got the flying class, which expensive, then it was like, oh shoot, like there was a little bit of panic that happened on my end, definitely because due to me not planning ahead. Because there was definitely moments where it was more reacting rather than acting, but there was a couple of times where I got a good act in. Like, I know, like, grabbing Caspar was a good one. I'm trying to remember, there was another good grab that I got. I think a misplay on my end, I think, was grabbing Ingrid. Because she's a good... Well, no, because her battalion's really good, and that's part of why I grabbed her. Because if you had her, there weren't too many... Oh, no, good speed. She could have been a good Dark Flyer. I've done runs with her as a Dark Flyer.
Oh yeah, and Ingrid did physic, so there was that for her. Because is my draft as magic biased as I thought it was?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. You did get Gremory. I didn't realize you got Gremory at least. So it is, because look, you have Gremory, Holy Knight, Dark Knight, Trickster.
I'm sitting at about 50-50 for magic and not magic classes, but most of my magic classes are half-casters. Because you took Warlock. Warlock was a good one for you to get.
Yes, no. Me grabbing that early game was a good play on my part. I was like, hold on.
You
I already grabbed
Warlock,
Bishop.
Fortress Knight early? Because here's what I would have done. I thought Fortress Knight was worth 2.
Well,
so I would have taken Fortress Knight a lot earlier because I thought it was cheaper than it was.
Well, and what's not part of why Fortress Knight is more expensive is if you grab it, it gives you the defense boost. So it can turn any class, it can help build them up a bit.
True. I don't think that was worth evaluating for it in the tier list because, good God, do you really want to use your only Fortress Knight on buffing? Who would you do? I mean, I could definitely do that for a net, right? But do I want to use my only Fortress Knight just for a stat buff on a net?
So, for me, it's potentially worth it depending on who has, like, a really low defense on my end. It's worth me doing that, because I think what my strategy might turn into is heavily buffing Byleth and Claude and Balthus and Happy. Just keeping those 4 units as my main units, and then Leone as well, tagging in.
Oh, that's okay. I now see why you took Happy. I thought Happy was a 7 unit.
No.
I didn't realize only a 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, no. Happy with Balthus as well. Like, having those two was good. Having Happy with Fortress Knight is good, because you can give her the defense. I think I got her Valkyrie, I got her Valkyrie as well, so she can be a defensive magic user that shoots from far away. She's just my anti-bow user, essentially. And she can go Warlock as well. So she can go Warlock into Valkyrie, and then from Valkyrie she can then take like a quick dip into Fortress Knight just to increase her defense if need be. It's she's got a good setup. Petra, I think, is probably gonna end up going Swordmaster. Just, I wanted her Assassin, but so be it. Because Lord knows she could use the special crit stuff.
That's a good pick on my end, getting Assassin when I did.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about Assassin because I thought Assassin might have been a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because I wasn't looking at the draft, pretty much everything in my head was worth 5.
I mean, fair.
Because in my head, I thought Assassin and Trickster were both 5s. I thought Felix was a 5. I thought Sethith was a 5. I thought Cyril was a 5. Which is probably the farthest I was off about any of the units.
Yes.
I'm
trying to think. Yeah, no, for the most part. Or you thought Marianne, I think you thought she was a 4 or a 3.
No, I knew Marianne was a 2.
Oh, she's a 1.
She's a 1?
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that?
What do you know?
I thought Annette was a 5. I thought Annette and Cyril were both 5s.
Yeah, no.
So I just had a lot of money sitting there. God, I'm gonna have to go back at the stream and watch your face when I say, hey, I think I'm at 63 right now.
Oh, in the stream, I went and typed in, lol, he is not at 63. Although it's funny, though, is actually when you thought you were in 63, that was after you did your, Oh, wait, hold on. When was that? Because I might have been accidentally looking at my money income when you said that. You might have been exactly at 63 when you said that.
Holy shit. No, I definitely wasn't.
No, you were at 68, I think. I think you were at 68.
Really? So I'm pretty certain I said, I think I'm at 63. I could be at 58 or 68. So if I got that right, then that's dope.
Yeah, because I think what had happened is I said you're not at 63 because I looked at my 58 because I was big spending early game and I forgot to look over here to then see, no, in fact you had way more points than me. I was big spender at the beginning because I was like, I can't worry about budgeting just yet. I just need to make sure I get what I need and I'll deal with budgeting later because it's technically leveled out so that in theory, if you get everything you need, you have enough points for everything you need, in theory. So I was like, I'm not going to focus too much on the costs until I get, mid-game, and then I was like, alright, let's focus a little bit, and I was debating getting Ingrid, and then it was funny, because, let me see, when did I get that cast bar? Oh, okay, so I was strategic with the cast bar grab.
The cast bar late. I definitely could have gotten it for 3 rounds in a row, and I was just like, well, he's never picking Caspar.
Yeah, whereas I was like, I'm a little bit lower on points. Let's try to see, is there anything I can do strategic for cheap? And I was like, free Caspar? Alright, not much for me. That's gonna stop him. Got it. Caspar. And then just grabbing Eloise, because I had to, because he was free, and just being like, yeah, that was a choice.
I realized you grabbed Eloise because you were floating on 0. I thought you grabbed Eloise just to grab Eloise for cheap.
No, I literally grabbed him because I couldn't grab anything else, and I didn't want you to know you had free reign yet.
which paid off. I don't know what the draft pick I picked before Freddy was.
Here we can check based on pricing, right? So Freddy was 5, so the one before him was a 6. So I think that was your Lysithia.
Yeah, because that's was we were getting to the end of the draft, and I'm like, I think I have a lot more money than I think I had.
Mm-hmm. And the issue was too is me and my big mouth for. I mean, you were probably gonna grab Freddy anyway, but like, I mean, also I wanted to be fair because it's information that we technically have. It's just, but for the shield, and I'm curious what the specific shield does. Like, I know it heals and it gives defense, but I don't actually think it gives you any other bonus. I think it's literally just like a +4 shield that weighs 2.
That you put on your offhand. That's all it needs to be.
Yeah, healing on the off. Well, and also too, right, is the reason why it's a good item for Freddy is because again his ability only procs if he's no damage. So if he takes damage, it heals him, so he can go back to.
Honestly, the thing that bought me about it is you said it also works for Seth.
True.
That to me is more important.
That is true. It also works for Seth, because right, because I remember in the first Red Eagles playthrough I did, I had a fun combo of Seth, like the lance and the shield, both equipped to Freddy, because at the time I didn't realize Freddy's better as, you know, a dodge tank. And in my head, I was just like, haha, lance and shield with his name on it. Here you go.
That's our boy.
Whereas for my Silver Snow run, I did re-equip Seth with his previous gear. It's like, alright, bud, we all know this is yours. Like, here, take it back. It's like, oh, it's this dragon's? Sure, anyway, take your lance back, champ.
Shoutouts to Seth just watching you give his shit to Freddy, like, well, you both have the crest. You have equal claim.
And him just being like, that's my fucking gear.
The fuck do you mean, Artifact? They just took that from my room.
Actually, I think he does just give you the lance. Because, like, the lance and staff, you know, Flane and his lance, Flane's staff and his lance, they just stored it at his grave.
You picked up Flane when you did. We had a lot of rounds in the early draft where I was like, well, that was my next pick.
Yeah, it was a good draft. Thank you all for who joined. We do have a fun little viewer up there. Hello. And goodbye. I'll have to make sure to try to upload this to YouTube. This won't need any cutting. I don't think this will need cutting, so I can just send this straight there. I might potentially want an intro. Well, I don't know. We'll see. All right, and let's see. I forget. Do we start at